evening, you're watching Independent News. I am Sadia Rahman. Before we go into the details, here is a quick look at the headlines. 4 vehicles have been torched during a clash between JamaatShibir activists and police in the capital. Clashes were also reported from different parts of the country. The ACC has sued a former managing director of the state-run BTCL and 13 others for allegedly embezzling over 2 billion taka. Experts have denounced the government handling of the issue of leave for PM advisor Moshur. They say the issue may put the Bodda Bridge funding into jeopardy. Activists of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami and its associate student body, Islami JamaatShibir, have clashed with the police in the capital. The agitating activists set fire to 4 vehicles and attacked policemen at the Motijhil intersection at around 4:30 this afternoon. JamaatShibir activists brought out processions at the Shapla intersection and adjoining areas this afternoon and torched a double-decker. The clash ensued after police intercepted the procession. At one stage, JamaatShibir activists pelted brickbats on the police. In retaliation, police used rubber bullets and tear shells and detained 50 people from the area. Later, the police said that the attack by JamaatShibir activists was pre-planned. Meanwhile, at least 119 people have reportedly been injured in clashes between police and JamaatShibir activists in different parts of the country. 78 people were also held over the incidents. The clashes occurred after Jamaat and Shibir activists brought out processions as part of their central program. The JamaatShibir program is aimed at expediting the release of their detained activists. At Molavi Bazar, JamaatShibir activists clashed with the police in the Kushumbag area. 35 people, including police personnel, were injured in the clash. Clashes were also reported in Bogura, where agitating activists vandalized a police vehicle. 25 people, including 5 policemen, were injured in the clash. Clashes were also reported in Khulna, Kushtia, Noakhali, Joypurhat, Borguna, Dinajpur and Magura. Meanwhile, Awami League leader Tofail Ahmed has accused the BNP Jamaat alliance of creating instability in the country. At a discussion in the capital today, the Awami League Advisory Council member said that Jamaat-e-Islami has taken to the streets to impede the war crimes trial and that the BNP will join them as well.
The BNP now wants to resort to street violence. They want to create anarchy in the country. They want to foil the war crimes trial. BNP chief Khaleda Zia, during her India tour, admitted that her politics was wrong.
The Anti-Corruption Commission, or ACC, has sued a former managing director of the Bangladesh Telecommunications Company Limited, BTCL, and 13 others for embezzlement. Abu Saeed Khan and the 13 others are charged with embezzling 2.05 billion taka for using VoIP technology illegally. The ACC says that the former MD of BTCL, in collusion with the other 13, misappropriated the money. The anti-graft watchdog also says that BTCL signed deals with some carriers that claimed to be international organizations but were in fact owned by local people. The carriers submitted fake documents and bank guarantees during the signing of agreements with the BTCL. The state-run company officials did not examine the documents properly. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged world leaders to work unitedly to face the challenges being faced by Asian and European countries. She also urged world leaders to utilize the potential of the Asian and European countries in meeting the challenges. While addressing the 9th Asia-Europe meeting, ASEM summit in Laos, the Premier also said that there is no alternative to increasing regional assistance in the era of globalization. She added that Europe is the biggest commercial destination for Asians. Europe is also the major development stakeholder of the Asian region. The Bangladesh Premier said that commercial and economic relations between Asian and European countries are increasing day by day. She also stressed the need to further strengthen relations. Presidents and prime ministers of 48 countries are participating in the summit this year. The main theme of discussion of this year's ASEM summit is Friends for Peace, Partners for Prosperity. Bangladesh has become the new member of ASEM in this year's summit. The BNP has ruled out allegations made in media reports that several hidden cameras were recently seized from the Gulshan office of party chief Khaleda Zia. BNP Acting Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir termed those reports baseless. He also alleged that the reports were dramas staged by the ruling party.
A few newspapers last week reported that 17 hidden cameras were seized from the BNP chief's Gulshan office. At a press conference today, Mirza Fakhrul termed the reports baseless. He also alleged that the reports were published to create confusion amongst party activists.
I want to assure you that no such incident took place. No device or anything like that has ever been found in the Gulshan office. The news of information leakage from our Gulshan office is not true.
Mirza Fakhrul also said that all staff members of the BNP's Gulshan office are trustworthy.
All staff members of the Gulshan office are completely faithful. Their trustworthiness was never questioned in the party. Just as the finance minister says, we can term the report all rubbish.
Fakhrul said that the government is spreading propaganda against the BNP. He also added that the government is jealous of the main opposition's increasing popularity.
Experts claim that the government has been inefficient in diffusing confusion over the issue of leave for the Prime Minister's Economic Affairs Advisor, Moshiur Rahman. They say this clearly reflects the confusion within the government over Podda Bridge funding.
A little over a month back, it was known that Moshiur Rahman has applied for 1 month leave to the Prime Minister. The very next day, Moshiur, however, declined to speak directly about it. And after months of strained relations with the Bangladesh government, the World Bank gave a green signal to revive the Podda loan deal. With the expiry of his 1 month leave, Moshiur returned to office, triggering widespread confusion over the fate of the project. However, the finance minister said that Moshiur's return would not affect the World Bank's decision on funding the project. Meanwhile, the PM advisor said that he was ready to go on a fresh leave if needed. Experts see this confusion as a failure of the government.
I don't think Moshiur's return will affect the deal with the World Bank. It's just caused a fresh crack in the issue of trust between the two sides. We see trivial personal issues are getting more importance here than the Podda Bridge project.
Some people in the government said that the project will be implemented through self-financing while some preferred commercial loans. The finance minister, however, wanted to reinstate the sound relations between Bangladesh and the World Bank. When the World Bank returned to the Podda Bridge project, we thought that his desire has seen the light of success. But now, when we see fresh tension over this resolved issue, I fear that the tug of war inside the government is still on.
The government is yet to make any statement on the issue. Only the Prime Minister herself can take any decision concerning her advisors. So there is hardly anything to do but to wait and see what comes next.
Sadiq Hassan Rumi, a former Director General of the Directorate General of Forces Intelligence, or DGFI, appeared before the Speedy Trial Tribunal as a witness in the August 21st grenade attack case. He told the tribunal that 2 DGFI officials helped Tajuddin, one of the prime accused in the case, to flee the country after the grenade attack in 2004.
Sadiq Hassan Rumi appeared before the tribunal as the 65th state witness in the grenade attack case. He described various events that took place after the attack on the 21st of August. Rumi said that he tried to contact the then Prime Minister after the attack but failed to do so.
The detective agency wanted to carry out an investigation on this crime. They wanted to investigate the attack on Raleigh where Argus grenades were used. The then Prime Minister said that a probe body has been formed and that the probe is underway, so there is no need for a separate investigation.
Rumi stated that after the grenade attack, 2 DGFI members and Khaleda Zia's nephew Saiful Islam Duke helped Maulana Tajuddin, who is a key accused in the case, and some others leave the country.
Without giving any information and by bypassing the authority of our witness, they sent Maulana Tajuddin to Pakistan.
The defense, however, questioned the legality of the testimony of the former DGFI chief.
According to our laws, testimony from a witness like the one presented cannot be legally accepted by any court as evidence.
On the 21st of August 2004, 24 people were killed and over 400 injured in the grenade attack on an Awami League rally in the capital. 52 people have been accused in the case and 25 of them have been arrested so far. The defense will cross-examine witness Sadiq Hussain Rumi on the 11th of November.
Now we'll take a short break. Coming up afterwards, we have... Even 2 months after announcing the reopening of its manpower market to Bangladeshi workers, Malaysia is yet to sign any deal. West Indies national cricket team arrives in Dhaka to play 2 tests, 5 ODIs and 1 T20 international. Welcome back to Independent News. Even 2 months after announcing the reopening of its manpower market to Bangladeshi workers, Malaysia is yet to sign any Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with Bangladesh. Expatriates Welfare Minister Khandakar Musharraf Hussain, however, said 2 MOUs will be signed with Malaysia this month.
Malaysia stopped hiring Bangladeshi workers in 2009. The door for manpower export reopened in September this year after a meeting between the Malaysian Manpower Minister and the Bangladesh Expatriates Welfare Minister. After the meeting, the Malaysian Minister announced a resumption in the hiring of Bangladeshi workers. But the pledge has not been implemented yet. The Expatriates Welfare Minister, however, said that 2 MOUs will be signed this month.
The Home Ministry has enacted a law to combat trafficking. Based on that, we will sign an MOU with Malaysia. They want to sign 2 MOUs on the 19th or the 20th of November. We will start the registration process after the MOUs are signed, and we hope to start sending workers in late December or early January next year.
The Bangladesh Association of International Recruiting Agencies, or BAIRA, opposes the sending of workers by bypassing the recruiting agencies.
We think the government has no suitable market management system. The government also has no online or electronic system to select workers. Such government initiatives failed in the past. We don't want to lose this market again.
There are about 500,000 Bangladeshi workers in Malaysia now. The number was higher a few years ago.
We now move to Adnan Hussain for some more news. What's up first, Adnan?
The stock news. Now a glimpse at the stock market. The Dhaka Stock Exchange experienced a fall in its benchmark index on the second day of the week today. Prices of most shares on the country's premier bourse also declined. The DSE General Index dropped 15 points to stand at 4,393 at the end of day's trading. Of the 263 issues traded, 158 declined 83 advanced and 28 remained unchanged. Shares in mutual funds units worth 3.09 billion taka changed hands on the bourse. Yesterday, the general index shed 75 points to finish at 4,409. The Prime Ministers of both Denmark and Norway will be in Yangon this weekend to preside over the opening of a joint diplomatic mission in Myanmar. Norway, which is not a member of the European Union, lifted economic sanctions on Myanmar earlier this year. Norwegian Premier Jens Stoltenberg and Danish Premier Helle Thorning-Schmidt will preside over the ribbon-cutting ceremony at the new mission on Sunday at 1 p.m. The Myanmar government will be represented by Ministers Ong Min and So Than. Thorning-Schmidt is also scheduled to visit Naypyidaw, where she will meet Myanmar opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi. 2 foreign workers have been killed and a third seriously injured by bomb blasts in Bahrain. Police said there were fire explosions caused by homemade devices in 2 areas of the capital, Manama, earlier today. One of the men died at the scene where he kicked a device. The second died in hospital after being injured by an explosion near the cinema. A third explosion in another part of the city injured another man working as a cleaner. Officials said the victims were Asian. Their nationalities are not known, but the biggest expatriate communities in Bahrain are Indian, Pakistani and Bangladeshis. Now sports news. A 24-member West Indies national cricket team arrived in the capital this morning. The team includes 15 cricketers and 9 staff members. The visitors, led by Darren Sammy, will play 2 test matches, 5 one-day internationals and 1 T20 match in Bangladesh. The first test will begin on the 13th of November at the Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium.
In order to bring West Indies cricket back to the top. You know, we all know, the world knows that, you know, we are capable of being world champions again, and we are prepared to do whatever it takes to get back to the top.
Meanwhile, the Bangladeshi Cricket Board, or BCB, has selected a 22-member team for the test match against the West Indies. The board has also okayed the BCB 11 team for the warm-up match against Caribbean visitors. The Tigers have a new face among the team of 22 in the form of all-rounder Taskin Ahmed. They also have on hand Sharia Nafiz, Junaid Siddiqui, Shohag Ghazi and Al-Amin. That's all from me. Back to you, Sadia.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's all for now. You can get more news and updates from independent television through your mobile phones. For breaking news, go to your mobile message option, type start space B and send to 16232. For daily news updates, type start space DN and send to 16232. You can also call 16232 from any operator to listen to the latest headlines in Bangla. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Thank you for being with us and stay tuned.
Good night.